I'll start with a quick introduction. My name's Andy Cocking, Sales Director for Barracuda MSP. I've been with Barracuda about a year now, but before that, I owned an MSP that I started in the late 90s. After a merger about 12 months ago, I decided it was time for me to do something new. I've spent about the last 12 or 13 months helping other MSP owners with their journeys. Any Barracuda partners out there will probably recognize this fairly complicated slide. Barracuda Networks is a mid-sized global business focused on enterprise-level IT security. Barracuda MSP is part of this organization, focusing on bringing those same tools to market through managed service providers. Each of the squares above represents a service. As you can see, it's a fairly large portfolio, including firewalls, a range of backup services, email security, and a remote monitoring and management platform. If you'd like any more details about what we do or how we can help, please feel free to get in touch with me or the team anytime. My contact details will be at the end of the presentation. On the 21st of May each year, we hold an event focused on MSPs and the work they do. This year, we obviously couldn't do that, so we went virtual instead. As part of the day, we carried out a survey of over 300 MSPs around the world. We asked them a series of questions focused on how they're currently providing services, which services they provide, and also their view on the current state of the market. The results are interesting. Some conclusions reached are obvious, and some are surprising, so we wanted to share them with you. For the vast majority of businesses that responded to our survey, managed services are set to be the top revenue generating component of their product and services mix. 69% of respondents picked managed services as the biggest opportunity for increasing revenues. This is significantly up on the last time we carried out a survey, where only 54% saw managed services as their biggest opportunity. In 2019, 40% of businesses that responded to the survey said they had expected half their revenues to come from managed services. This year it's increased from 40% to 60% of the businesses we asked. We're seeing a huge increase in businesses that are focusing on managed services as a core part of their strategy. A massive 91% of partners said they were planning to increase their service offering in the next 12 months. That includes both developing their existing portfolio and adding new services too. This list shows the services which are most commonly offered by service providers today. As you might expect, almost everyone offers a managed backup service. However, we found that less businesses offer security awareness training or managed SD-WAN services. Over recent years, we've seen a dramatic rise in service providers that focus on security. We call them Managed Security Service Providers, or MSSPs. 79% of respondents felt customer security concerns are a good opportunity, particularly with the dramatic increase of remote workers. In the current climate, workers can less frequently rely on their colleagues sitting next to them for a helping hand, which in turn makes them vulnerable to attacks such as phishing or social engineering. As we've seen in previous slides, not many MSPs that responded to our survey have ventured into managed service training or complex infrastructure services. With the explosion of remote workers in the last few months, this could be a perfect time to take advantage of areas not well serviced, but likely to be in high demand. As MSPs evolve to help their customers navigate a landscape dotted with bad actors who are poised to take advantage, trust is so important. As most MSP operators and owners know, becoming a trusted advisor to your customers is essential. Helping to navigate difficult decisions and responding quickly to adverse situations helps to build trust and strengthen relationships. I'm pleased to see that 72% of MSPs said that they've seen an increase in trust from their customers in the last year. When looking at MSP's typical service mixes, we've noticed a shift towards security-based managed services. IT security has started appearing at the top of many end users' OpEx lists over recent years, mainly due to the complex nature of threats facing the average business. These threats vary from the more obvious non-technical threats, such as a remote and fragmented workforce, to potentially more complicated technical threats, such as spear phishing and ransomware attacks. After our survey results last year, we focused on changing the perception of MSPs and educating end users. This year, we're seeing both MSPs' popularity and end users' appetite for managed services growing. Even during an economic downturn, many cybercriminals out there will not stop in their quest to make money by any means possible. For MSPs still thinking about where to place their service bets, security is an almost foolproof plan. Almost all MSPs offering security services plan to expand and grow them this year. Many businesses are becoming more flexible, adopting remote working practices, and this in turn will bolster the requirement for enhanced IT security services. The first port of call for these businesses will be their trusted IT advisors. There's never been a better time to add a cybersecurity string to your bow. I hope you found our survey findings interesting.